Hey, what's going on guys, I'm Silentcore and welcome back to my Red Dead series. Now this week Rockstar are doing a huge sale on all of the max rank horses, and I definitely recommend you guys at least own one of these if you don't already. All of the horses that you unlock through leveling up your rolls are currently on sale for 40% off, and that even includes the level 20 ones. So you're almost getting half price if you're buying one this week. Even if you do happen to be watching this video after the sale is over, hopefully this video does still help you out, as I'll be showing you the best horses that you can own for each purpose. So first of all, let's go over the Kladruber horse. Now the two variations that you want to buy are either the Dapple Rose Grey or the Silver, and both of those require you to be level 20 in your trader role. To go over the stats real quick, the health and stamina are both 7, however this will max out at 10 when you get level 4 bonding. The speed is 4 and that will max at 7, and the acceleration is 5 and that will max at 8. This horse is a mix of a racehorse and also a warhorse, and the handling type is standard. Now as you can probably see in the gameplay, the Kladruber horse is huge. This thing is basically a tank. As I mentioned earlier, if you get this horse up to max bonding, you're going to have max health and stamina on this thing, making it an absolute beast in any kind of PvP shootouts, shooting NPCs, or even hunting if you're going against some dangerous predators. It generally handles pretty well. Of course the high health is useful. If you're getting shot at, the horse will be able to sponge more bullets than some of the other breeds, and also if you take a tumble off of a cliff or any high ledges, it'll give your horse a bit more of a chance to actually survive it. However, it does come at a bit of a price, because both the speed and acceleration are slightly slower than some of the other breeds. Now I'm not sure about you guys, but looks wise I'm really not a big fan of the Kladruber horse. Just something about his face or his nose just looks a bit weird to me, and the facial structure just doesn't look quite right. So if owning a good looking horse is something you really care about, you might want to take a look at some of the other options. Alright, next up is the Criollo. The two colours you want to look out for are the Bay Frame Overo Criollo or the Marble Sabino Criollo. And this is the level 20 collector horse, and it's kind of a mix between a racehorse and a warhorse, and the handling is standard. To quickly go over the stats, the health is 5 and the stamina is 6, and those will max at 8 health and 9 stamina when you get level 4 bonding. The speed is 7, that'll max at 10. And then the acceleration is 5, and that'll max at 8. In my opinion, the Criollo is actually one of the best looking roll horses there are. I think it looks very sleek, and it's generally just a pleasure to ride. One of the main drawbacks for the Criollo for me is how similar the stats are to the Missouri Foxtrotter. The stats are almost identical, so if you already own that horse, you're basically going to be buying a reskin of it. This horse also wasn't made for gunfights and hunting dangerous predators. It is a little bit cowardly and skittish if you're around gunfire. So this is, being a collector horse is a horse that you use in free roam, but not one that you'd necessarily take into firefights. Alright, up next we've got the Breton, and the two colours you want to look out for are the Steel Grey or the Merely Dapple Coats. Those are both the level 20 bounty hunter breeds. The Breton is a mix between a racehorse and a warhorse, and again the handling type is standard. The stats for the Breton are 6 health and 7 stamina. Those will max at 9 health and 10 stamina if you get level 4 bonding, which makes it a very strong horse. The speed is 6, which will max at 9, and the acceleration is 4, which will max at 7. Now this is a very bulky horse. If you do like a big horse, this could be one for you, but it does have a disadvantage as it's not quite as nimble as a smaller breed of horse, and that's why the acceleration is a bit less there. However, as you'd expect from a horse that you'd unlock through the bounty hunter role, it is naturally brave and a pretty obedient horse, so if you want to take this one out hunting predators, or you're going to be taking out bounties or taking out NPC camps, this horse isn't going to not let you down. And that leaves me with the fourth and final horse I'll be showing in this video, which is the Norfolk Roadster. Now in my opinion, this is the one to buy. It is the best kind of overall balanced horse that you can do for everyday kind of play in Red Dead Online. You can choose between the spotted tricolour or the dappled buckskin variants of the Norfolk Roadster. Those are both the level 20 Moonshiner horses that you can unlock. The Norfolk Roadster stats are as follows: the health is 4 and the stamina is 6, and those will max at 7 health and 9 stamina when you get level 4 bonding, and the speed is level 7 and that will max at 10, and the acceleration is 6 and that will max at 9. So as you can see, this horse has very high speed and acceleration, which makes it a great horse for getting around, picking up collectibles, and making your way around the map. The main disadvantage for this one is just the health really, so even at maxed it only has 7 health, making you a bit more vulnerable than you would be on some of the other stronger mounts. So yeah, if you're just looking for a recommendation for the best overall horse to use in the game for all sorts of activities, I would go ahead and recommend the Norfolk Roadster. However, if you do like the look of any of the horses I've shown in this video, there's not necessarily a bad option. You know, there's not a whole load of difference in the stats, honestly, that I've shown in today's video. All these horses are very, very good. Especially if you're using the Natchitoches saddle, that will actually give you 1 extra bar to your speed and acceleration, making pretty much any of these horses great for using in racing situations. Now the last thing that's probably worth mentioning is that each horse also has a hidden stat for its bravery or its temperament, and this is basically how quickly your horse will panic and even buck you if it becomes so scared, especially if it's around gunfire or a predator or bear chasing you, it might buck you off. Now the thing with bravery or temperament is everybody will give you different answers for different breeds. In fact, you can even own 2 types of the same horse, the exact same breed, and it might have a different temperament between the 2 of them. And I believe the reason for that is because every time you buy a horse, there's actually some kind of random generator or random chance of you getting a brave temperament or not. So it's very hard for someone to say you should definitely buy the Kladruber over the Norfolk Roadster because it has a better temperament, because there is that random chance that you might not actually get a better temperament in your Kladruber. So although I can give you guys the experience I have using these breeds, it might not necessarily be the experience you have, so hopefully that kind of makes sense. Do let me know down in the comments which horse you guys decided on purchasing. Did you go ahead and buy the Kladruber, the Breton, the Norfolk Roadster, or the Criollo? Do let me know down in the comments. Also, I'd like to say a big thanks to Raz and also Tenshi for helping make today's video possible. If you did enjoy this video and found it helpful, I'd really appreciate if you could take a second and leave it a like. It really helps support my YouTube channel, and go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this, and we're also so close to 400k subs. Have a great day guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.